Making this video in case you're using hunter.io to find new leads by finding their email address, and you want to automate this email search using Zapier or actually whatever other automation tool. It can be done with much more tools than Zapier. And yeah, if that's your case and you're not very used to run custom API calls, you might um, have come across the frustration um, of the normal Hunter solution that they have developed with Zapier. Because here, if we want to find the email of someone, um, we see that it's basically the only find email option here that we have available. And what might get you frustrated is that Hunter here requires a first name and a last name to search for. It doesn't return automatically any email from that company. So let's assume we have the domain. Let's search for someone at zapier.com. We won't be able to search without a first name and last name. That is to say, without knowing whose email we're looking for. And in a lot of cases, we just want like the highest ranking persons in this company, but we don't know who they are. So if we just have that, Zapier won't let us go any further. And you might want to try to like replace first and last name with some dummy values, hoping that um, this step would return some email anyway. But if we test that, it doesn't work either. So that's in case you have this frustration. We'll see an alternative way to make Hunter work automatically. So instead of using the classic Hunter integration, we're going to run a custom webhook. Okay, so that's what it's going to look like. If I start with the beginning here, we would have a webhooks by Zapier step. We can do custom request. That's what I most like to do. Otherwise, you could use the get endpoint. So here, custom request. The method would be get, and the only thing we have to care about is the URL. Everything will be here. The API key, the parameters, all will be here. It's great by Hunter that they packed it all into a simple way to call their API. So that's the only thing we need. So the API key is the only thing you maybe want to get before entering this. So in your Hunter account, there it is. You would just have to find the API section here below, and your API key would be here. I think you would need a paid account, but if you try to use it with Zapier, I assume you have a paid Hunter account in the first place. So that's your API key. You just have to copy it. And actually, if you are more curious, here below you would see all the methods, all the API calls that they have available. And the one we're going to use is domain search. So you might as well want to copy the URL from here directly. So get your API key and let's go back to Zapier. Okay, so here we are. Now we have the get method. We only have to care about the URL structure. I'll leave it in description, but what we need here is the base of the URL here, API under io/domain search. And we would have two mandatory fields, which are the domain here, domain zapier.com, and API key here. I'll paste mine right after, and that's where you'll paste yours. And as well, we can have some more parameters to get a better search, like the seniority level, for instance, or the limit number of emails you want to get it returned. And yeah, I'll leave a link in the description to the full documentation so you can access all of the available parameters for this. So here in this case, we'll say we only want executive level people at zapier.com. We only want maximum of 3 emails returned. and the API key here, I'll paste it right before running my test. And as you can see, this solves our earlier problem because it no longer requests a name of the person we're looking for. It only asks us for the domain. That's the only required thing. So yeah, if you have a company that you want to search people at, but you don't know who these people are, you can simply paste here the domain of this company or map it as a dynamic value from a previous step, and it should return a result. So I'll just paste my API key and we'll see how it works. Okay, I just pasted it, so let's retest the step. Right, okay. It ran, and here we can see that it returned emails of people working at Zapier with the seniority level that we requested. I think it even returns a LinkedIn link, some more information about their name and position within the company. And we see a second person right here and a third one. And then that's it. It stops here because we requested a maximum number of 3 people. So then in later steps, you would be able to map those emails to add them to Google Sheets, enrich them, whatever. But this should solve your problem if you're looking for emails at a company without knowing who you're looking for. So I'll leave all the links and the URL you will need here in this webhook in the description. And thanks for watching.